Hey, I'm Father Leo Paddling of GraceBeforeMeals.com, and it might sound strange to get dating advice from a priest, but guess what? I'm single too. And I can sometimes feel the pain that you might experience when it comes to exploring a relationship around food, especially if that person is a vegetarian or a vegan, or if you like to eat out, but the person you're dating likes to actually cook in. How do you resolve these issues? Well, I'm not going to resolve your issues, but let me just ask you a few questions to give you a perspective on how you can develop a good relationship with this person, whether it will mean marriage or just having a really good friend. And one thing that you want to ask yourself is this meal about me or is it about the other person? And that means you're going to learn selflessness. You're going to learn this great gift and quality called service, which is unique to good relationships. If you're in a healthy relationship, it's not about being a self serving individual, but really about being a servant. Doesn't that sound like something Jesus would say? Love one another by serving one another. So you get this perspective of what it means to be in a healthy relationship when you pay attention to the other person and do what that person likes to do. And let me just say, if it's a healthy relationship, if both are serving one another, you learn a healthy form of what is called compromise. Sometimes you eat in, sometimes you eat out. Sometimes you eat vegetables, and sometimes the other person respects when you're eating meat. And I, by the way, like my steaks very medium rare. And that I know grosses some people out because they like it cooked like leather. But that's where I say, all right, well then guess what? If I'm being a servant, then sometimes I'm going to have to just deal with it and maybe cut my meat up a little bit more thinly. And that way people don't see the redness of it all. Well, basically, what I'm trying to remind you about is that food should never be a source of contention. It should be really a source of conversion. And when I say conversion, the word means to turn towards each other. And even though you don't like the same food, you have to like each other enough that you'll be willing to eat with that person. And if you take that person seriously, you will be that person's servant. Yup, go ahead. Learn a couple good tofu restaurants. I think I even have some on my website. And you'll realize that the food is really going to bring you together rather than tear you apart. Bon appetit.